Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, January 1st. Happy New Year. And it is time to get to work. New year, new day, new opportunity to make some money. Let's see. Plan. What's the plan today? Well, the plan is to rack up as many Uber rides as possible. I'm still on the quest to knock out the EV goal. Let's see. I forget how many I have left. I have 132 rides to go, and I have until January 6th, and I'm driving obviously today, tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. I'm pretty confident we should be able to hit this goal within that time frame. I really think today and tomorrow will be kind of critical days and how many rides I can bang out. If I can get 20 rides today and tomorrow, I'll be in pretty good shape, I think, to knock that out on Saturday without a problem. And then once that happens, that's it. All the EV goals go away. So I'm really not incentivized with either app at that point in time, unless they bring it back. I did notice that Lyft brought back their EV goal for this week, because they announced that it was ending on the 29th, and then they brought it back this week, but they lowered the amount. It's only $100 now instead of $150 for 50 rides. I'm curious to see if they keep that or not. If they do, then I'll probably try to focus on that when I do drive, and then switch over to Uber after. But we'll see what happens. That's kind of in the future. We'll see how that plays out. But in the meantime, it's all Uber all day. I got a Kings game tonight against the Warriors, so that's good news, and some other activity I'm sure going on downtown. But I'm pretty open right now to pretty much take whatever comes at me. I'm going to take whatever rides I get, and wherever they go, with some exceptions. Obviously, Roseville and Rockland are out, and Elk Grove is normal. Man, last night I got a ton of rides to go to Elk Grove, and I declined them all. Some of them are pretty decent, but especially late at night once New Year's passed. But I just don't want to go down there because it's a black hole. Once you're down there, there's nothing going on, and it's too far to go without getting having even the remote opportunity to have a ride back. So we kind of plan on that. So let's hit go, get this thing fired up, and see what happens. As you can see, not a lot of activity where I am, but downtown there's some heat downtown. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, a couple minutes. We'll see if I get a ride. If not, I will probably start moseying my way downtown and see if I can connect with a ride going that way on my way down there or whatever, and see what happens. But yeah, so that's the plan. So I'll be back here in a little bit, obviously. Well, not obviously, as normal. Oh, look at that. See, that's going Citrus Heights. It's too far away. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. I don't want to drive 5 miles for that pickup. Too far. I have 4 mile maximum. I like to stick with that. But anyway, I'll be back. Updates throughout the night as the night unfolds. We'll see how this January 1st plays out after, New Year's Eve and everything. I think I drove last year on January 1st as well, and I think it was pretty decent. I'll if I did, I'll throw the total up of what I did last year. It's kind of weird to say last year, but last year on January 1st. So we'll see. I'll take a look at that. But in the meantime, I'll be back here in a little bit. All right, see you. All right, quick update. Let's see. I think I'm like 8 rides. Well, actually 6 rides in and 2 deliveries. And been doing okay. Been all right. It's New Year's. People are partied out, but there is the game. And the deliveries have definitely helped out, and we're going to do that. So it's been kind of nice. And it's been pretty consistent, which has been good. So I can't complain. All right, let's go get Kayla here, and I'll be back here in a little bit. Well, we have hit the point of the night where it is pretty dead, mainly because the game's going on right now, and a lot of the bars down here are closed today. So there's not a lot of people rolling around right now. I'm just sitting here waiting, contemplating whether or not I'm going to ride this out to the end of the game or not. And see. I think right now I'm like maybe 11 or 12 rides in, and the money hasn't been that great. But you know, I'm really trying to get the rides in to get the EV bonus. But right now I gotta wait. Either I'm gonna wait an hour and a half probably till the game is over to get some decent rides out of this, or I'm gonna bail and head home and call it a night. But before I do make that decision, I wanted to talk a little bit about a comment that I got on one of the videos from That Gig Life. I'll put the comment on the screen so you can see what it says. But anyway, he or she had made a comment about using Mystro, and whether, basically that whether or not it violates the terms of service for both Uber and Lyft. I am not an expert on that. I use it at my own risk. I think that if you want to use the app, you need to be aware, do your own research, make your own decision. I'm not in any way saying that you have to use the app, the Mystro app or Maximo. What I am saying, it is a tool to use to help you out and to be more profitable. Can you be profitable without using it? Absolutely, without question. It helps, is basically the underlying part of that. It really does help out when it comes, because it makes decisions for you and it does it pretty quick, and that's why I like it. Now, whether or not it's a violation of the terms of service, I honestly, I don't know. Is it possible? Yes. Does that influence me on how I use it? No, not really. I'm a good driver. I have a very low cancellation rate. I do a lot of rides for Uber and for Lyft. I've got high ratings. Is there a probability that, could I get shut down? Sure, I would appeal it, and if all it took was, hey, look, I'll stop using it. But quite frankly, I think if you're a shitty driver and you're not doing stuff the right way, I think they're going to look for ways to get rid of you. I really find it hard to believe that Uber is going to shut people down just because they feel like it today and they drew your number. But basically what the gig life, that gig life was getting at is essentially that I should provide some sort of warning to people. I really think it's up to you. I'm not saying one way or the other. It's up to you, the individual, on whether or not you utilize that tool to your advantage or not. Again, it's not necessary, but it is nice, and you have to make your own decision on that. So anyway, that's my disclaimer on that. And again, it's up to you, the individual, to make that decision. It's basically all I can say about it. In the meantime, I got to figure out what I'm going to do as far as the rest of the evening. It's like, what is it, 8:08 right now? And the game isn't going to be over for another hour and a half. So do I sit here and hang out and wait for that and maybe get a couple rides in between? Or do I bail and go home? I got to figure that out. Because what I really want are the rides more than anything. Let me see where I'm at. On the EV, yeah, I got 121 more to go. Which is doable. So I got to figure that. I don't know. I got to think about this. Again, I'm driving Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it looks like there's a game too on Friday night. So that's going to help out. And then Saturday I'm going to be in the city, and I'm going to put in a long day there, try to get timed out there. So it's San Francisco, it's easy to get 30, 40 rides in a 12-hour stretch there without question. So that's an option as well. I mean, that factors into my equation of whether or not I stay out tonight or not. I mean, last night was a good night, especially with hitting their little surge, their little whatever quest that they had last night. Nailing both of those was definitely helpful in the overall. If you watched last night's video, you saw that. But the long-term goal is to hit that EV goal. And right now, I know I'm going to be sitting here for a while before something comes in, because where I'm sitting right now, there's probably, I don't know, 8 bars within a 1-block radius of where I'm sitting right now, and I think 7 out of 8 are closed. So there's just not a lot of people down here right now. There's a lot of people at the game, but not a lot of people out and about, and that definitely has an impact on what I'm going to do. All right, let me figure this out. I'll probably the next update is going to be from the garage, and we'll go from there. All right, I'll be back. All right, quick update. So I decided to stick it out, and right now the game just got done, and I'm sitting here waiting for the right ride for me. There was a ride that came through that was a mile, and it was $9.15, $9.15 for a mile. Very tempting. I almost pulled the trigger on that because I would have possibly been able to drop that off, get right back here, and get another one, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the ride that I want, which is basically something that's getting me closer to home. Like that one right there. Actually, let's see if I can get that one. Yep, there we go. That'll work. I'll do that one. That'll work out just fine. Although I can't pick you up there where you're at, because the street's going to be closed. So let's see. We may have to go up the 9th. All right. Well, let's go get Jacob. And that'll put a wrap on my night, because once I drop him off, I'm going to head on home. So I'll give you a wrap up once I get back to the garage. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty, that's a wrap. Pretty slow night, I would have to say. Also, when I was en route to pick up that last ride, I don't understand this. This is a mystery to me. And this happens all the time. Large groups, 20 people, leaving the game, walking down the streets, and you come to an intersection and the light is turning yellow, the don't walk sign is flashing red, and they walk out in the middle of the street, and then the light turns green and they're in the middle of the intersection, and they get pissed off at me because I want to go, and they are clearly not paying attention. And it happened again tonight, and some guy got all pissed off because I started to go, and you're in the middle of the fucking road. I don't understand people. I really don't. Sometimes I wonder how we've survived this long with idiots like that walking around. But here we are. Anyway, slow night. Not fantastic at all. Probably because it is New Year's Day. But at least the game helped out a little bit. So let's see. Let's go offline first. And let's look at what we did tonight. There you go. Yeah, not great. Although the 16 trips help, but dollar value, pretty piss poor. Let's look at the rides themselves. Oh, excuse me, a big yawn there. Quite the contrast to last night. All right, let's look at tonight. 6 hours. Yeah, look at that. What's that? 2.5 hours of downtime. Not good. I know my dollar per mile tonight is going to be really shitty because of one ride specifically, and it is which one? This one right here, the 1175 from Sun River to Sun River. I should have taken that ride. That was a bad ride. And actually, it was really because I took that ride that when I got done, I'm like, well, I might as well go downtown and catch a ride from the game, and which is what I did. But that's where that last one came in. But I mean, 1175 for 3.9 miles. I mean, that looks good, but it was just really out of my area, and I should have just went home, or after I dropped off the ride before, just went straight back downtown. But anyway, neither here nor there. So here you go. Look at the rides. A lot of low dollar ones tonight, but again, just trying to knock off rides to get closer to that EV bonus, which kind of helps all this stuff out in the end. There's one of my deliveries. Nice little tip there. There's the first delivery that I did. Well, look at that. That's a nice tip right there. So there you go. Those are the rides. You know, like I said, pretty dismal, but it'll work. Gets me closer. Let's look where we're at as far as the goal goes. Thank you. Let's see. 118. Getting closer. I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to be able to knock that sucker out in the next 3 days. So, should be pretty good. I think we're going to do okay. I think we're going to get it. Actually, it's 3 days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Yeah, 3 days. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm going to get up, go to work tomorrow, and then driving tomorrow night. So, I'm going to call it. Anyway, that's a wrap for tonight. Please throw a like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button. We'd appreciate it. In the meantime, thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for the comments. And I will be back out here tomorrow night. And hopefully, well, everything should be back open. And hopefully, it's a little bit more productive tomorrow night than it was tonight. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. I'll see you then. Thanks, everyone.